Dealer with a drip, mind too tight. Go find some public grew up rich, I grew up poor. Had to hustle, be mature. That's my point of view. That's my point of view.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your girl Gigi Lemaine, aka Inkosazania Sekasi, and welcome to yet another episode of POV, baby. It feels so good to be back. Shout out to my people at Shatizi. Listen, there's been a re-up in the studio. We're shooting on Black Magic now, guys. Okay. Definitely going. It's correlating with who we are. But of course, guys, I'm not rolling alone. You know, Queen needs other kingdoms. I'm trying to, guys, I really want to, introduce you. People have been complaining about how I introduce you guys because they do feel like somebody should go last. So I'm going to try the new one. Is that okay with you guys? Okay. Of course, firstly, we do have our moral compass. She's absolutely amazing. We did say on Girl Chats that there's a lot of things that we can't discuss with her because we absolutely love and respect her. And she's obviously here to give us some of that knowledge and power. Za for the babies.
Yeah. Cocktail lounge.
Za, how was Pride Month?
I was so busy. I missed it.
What kind of busy?
Work.
Okay.
2 minutes in.
I think there's some other stuff I do.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
on the side. But I don't know if I told you there's now work.
Yeah.
Permanent work.
Nice.
Outside of the
Shout out.
That's
that chick right there.
and family things, family codesses. I've been with family mostly. Yeah.
Nice.
And of course, we have a very problematic individual. She's the girl you guys all scream about in the comments, and she represents a very tricky demographic. It is Mbali Wamatuke.
I like the terms of the
Mbali, Osima and Ghost back together.
I don't know.
Do you want them to get back together?
They're back together.
They're back together.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I love our guest today. And of course, I did leave him for last. Clearly, he's like, a man crush, what lately. No, which one? Wait, nah. What's wrong with you?
I got one or two DMs.
He's problematic. He's problematic. Y'all been asking me. It is at Black with a Q _Slim ladies, and of course he's our wild card. Shout out to Black Slim. What's good? We missed you. We missed him on the last episode with Prima Donna.
What was going on, guys? What was going on?
I needed you.
I don't know. Ask Zah.
I needed you.
Ask Zah.
I know, Switch, if you saw that episode, I saw a bit of it. We had Prima Donna here. I don't know what. I left for one episode.
Yeah.
It seems like I left with all the morals of this goddamn thing.
Yo, I was you real quick, innit?
It was wild.
Nah, it was wild.
But Switch, it's good to have you, bro. It's good to see you.
Hold up. Can I please do the intro? Okay. So this is somebody we, personally, I wouldn't say grew up because I feel like I was grown already watching him on a certain channel. He used to come through on the decks. I remember he used to do that, the b-boy and stuff. It was all lit. And now I think he's a pioneer for hip-hop.
Yes.
Definitely with undiscovered talents. I've heard of a lot of people through the likes of Kitini, Nasty C, a few people for the very, very first time. And I mean, he's also put the girl on.
Yeah.
But I'm so honored to have him here. 100%. Can we get a hell yeah for DJ Switch?
That's right. Yeah. Now that sounds like my intro. I thought the other one was for me, but it was for Slum Kanti. I'm gonna have me getting some DMs.
What happened to rap?
What happened to rap? Yo, man, a lot's been happening. I think, we're going straight into that one. When we did that, man, I think it was also the time of Ambitious, and they were running things.
Yeah.
And that was actually part of Shane Eagle's verse. And I said, no, man, this is the talking point, and we made it the hook. So, we would repeat it. And that's what everybody is, dabbing this way, that way, whatever.
Yeah.
And, we just did it. And at the time, actually, well, now or never, I was actually going to quit DJing.
Hectic.
Yeah, because I didn't feel that people were listening to what I was doing. And they didn't see me. So I just thought, man, everyone's loving that, Dimples, R.I.P., Speedy, and all these, other DJs, even though, we initiated this new generation of DJs dropping, I just felt like, they weren't hearing the hip-hop I know. So I just said, let me just get some bar splitters. And Ricky actually put me on to Shane. He's like, yo, man, Shane's got next. And we were at Taboo one night, and RIP to Ricky. And I was like, and then I called Shane literally the next day, that Monday, and I'm like, yo, bro, I need you in studio.
Wow.
And then we called, Proverb and Reason and Questa, and then the rest is history, man. People still love the bars, people still love the boom bap. I think it's also just because we introduced Shane on that record with like big dudes. Even though he won, did he win the hustle? No, he came second. Even though he was there, but he already had some type of following. I mean, Shane is just already like a package on his own. Understand?
Absolutely agreed.
He's got the looks. He's got the work ethic. He's
he's got the good woman.
Yeah, and well now he's engaged. Shout out to him
Nikki
too, you know what I
Bubba.
mean? Hey,
Congratulations.
you stay loyal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unlike some of
y'all.
Today's that day, isn't it?
So yeah, man. So I think DJing is just another thing that we do, and I think for DJs to drop, it also was like a spin-off to see DJ Drama. That was my inspiration, apart from DJ Ready D as well. But DJ Drama took it to that level, dropping mixtapes, and that's what I'm doubting myself now. The mixtape king, because I think that DJs should be just dropping consistently and introducing new artists, and that's the best way to do it. So I've just dropped 2 mixtapes recently, Above Water with Seri the Ellipsis and Pila Boy K, and then I dropped another one with Tay Africa. He's also like
Shout outs for that.
rapper.
Shout
And that movement, that language there, that is moving.
Is it?
Yeah, it's moving. Trust me. The Eastern Cape, there's level that's coming out, and the Western Cape. isiXhosa rappers, I mean, Slim can vouch for that too.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean,
100%.
it's just a different sound to hear over and above like isiZulu, Botswana, because now Botswana's Spitori's got that vibe going.
Yeah,
but
they're
they're there.
there,
So,
yeah.
but to have like another language that we can also now sort of dive or so focus on is also just as dope, because for all the years we've just focused on isiZulu rappers, you understand? So it's always been there, but if you start digressing the different languages we have, we're not gonna go and like start rapping like in Venda and shit, because we're not gonna understand Foko. But I mean, I'm just saying that's sort of like, it's one of our our major languages that we have, and that's why I just said why not, let's go for it, because shout out to Bravo as well, Put Legend, Gaffy, these are all like Cape Town guys that are killing it right now as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ladies like Fresh Click, Diko Wala.
Yeah.
Like, we got some nice people coming out of Cape Town. Isn't K Kid
K-Kid
also from
is
here?
also from
She's
Cape Town.
amazing.
She's hard.
She's
K-Kid.
amazing.
K-Kid.
I met her once here.
Yeah,
She's not in Joburg now, but I mean, Slum put me onto K-Kid, and I was like, who the fuck? He's like, you better listen to this girl.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Before everybody started getting the wave right now,
Yeah.
Slum was like, check out that girl.
Shout out to you, Slim.
She's hard.
Shout out
She's
to you,
hard.
man.
She's hard.
Shout out.
I feel like those Switch with the mixtapes that you put out, right? It's very rare to see a DJ lock into like super young up and coming artists. Like you could easily be doing a tape with a Shane Eagle.
Right.
You could easily be doing a tape with like prominent artists. Is there a reason you decide, okay, I'm gonna go?
With up and coming.
You're gonna bet on the youngins.
I think they cry a lot because they don't get recognized, number one.
Okay.
But also, if you've been doing this for long and you've worked with, if you go look at my catalog, check my catalog. I got a catalog. You know what I mean? I got an encyclopedia if you want. You know what I mean? If you look at the youngins are always crying, but when I started putting on like with the likes of Nasty, Gemini Major. Especially when we did the Now or Never remix, people heard like Kitini.
Yeah.
And then that was just like a blow up.
Yeah.
Just to see that success, especially over the years. I mean, I got my first sync deal for Wade Go with Nasty this year only.
Jeez.
After 7 years, we got Wade Go on Netflix show.
Yeah.
African Black.
How that money look like though? How that
Yeah, I'm
money?
sorry. I mean, when you get to the splits, Gigi knows when you get to the
I
splits.
don't know what you're talking
Gigi also in that sync bag big time, you know what I
about. I
mean?
don't know what you're talking about.
I think if you're smarter, and I'm gonna give you a secret now, like if you're smart, invest in the youngest. I mean, Ricky said it long ago, you know what I mean? But I think the people who are also under him don't understand, putting the new ones on, or listening to the kids, like listening. And if you take the time to listen, you'll find those gems.
Yeah.
But not only that, from a business point of view, as a DJ, I can't rap. So if I put you on, we will both make money forever.
Yeah.
Even if we don't work, in the future. But the song we did with Nasty, Stogie, and Youngster, we're also getting paid till today.
Yeah.
Not because I initiated, but also Nasty's a hardworking
Yes.
artist.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is Stogie, so is Youngster. So that combo that came out there was just, it was a dream.
Yeah.
You know, and at the time, even me, my XP was low.
Yeah.
If anything, I would have doubled up and went,
Even harder.
I would have went even harder if I knew what was coming in the years to come.
Yes.
I would have gone, I would have doubled up and gone hard on that.
Yeah.
Because the buzz was there, everything was there. But I think because, you know, it was iconic at the time until now. And shout out to Ness, you know, he still bigs me up. Shout out to Gemini still bigs me up. And Gemini got signed to Family Tree.
Yes.
And then, you know, he started making a lot of hits for all those artists.
Yeah.
Right, and even working with the late Mega, you know, and that's just a beautiful thing to see. So not just artists but producers, not just producers but camera guys. You know, like on my podcast, you know, there's a guy who's, you know, he invested in me first
Yeah.
before I reinvested in him.
Yeah.
And you know, he's collecting checks. We're gonna go on tour now. When this airs, we'll probably be on tour. And he's coming. He's gonna, you know, jump on a flight for the first time.
Nice.
And
Nice. Yeah.
I'm not saying that I got mad racks, but he just saw something in me, and that's cool. But also, you know, when you invest in a young'un or, you know, someone that's up and coming, you can see the desire. You can see their kind of work ethic. You understand? If there's something very unique, that's what I look for.
Yeah.
I look for the taste, and it's like, what makes you different, and also why you want to work with me so badly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're willing to work with me so badly, then I think we got something. Because then I know I won't waste my time.
Yeah.
But if you're just saying, like, I mean,
Yes.
you know, Gigi, on the DMs, yo, I need this because of my family, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, man, don't use music as an scapegoat for your situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we can all tell sad stories.
Yeah.
But it's the work ethic of that. Just because we're on a song, don't mean we're going to blow up.
Yeah.
Myself and Gigi, you know, Gigi came on a song that we did called Floodgates.
Yeah.
And we had Paul Boy, super talented. That guy can play keys, he can rap, he can sing, he can do everything.
Yeah.
Right? Then we also had Tyler T. That guy can rap.
Yeah.
But the follow-up, because he had the leverage of Gigi and myself to take his career further, but he didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can see, like, some people just get big-headed too quickly.
Where is he now?
I don't know. I don't
are
know.
they
Like,
now?
the guy doesn't, you know, keep in contact with me. But Paul Boy then went to go do a whole tape with DJ Sabby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only that, even the Sabby's photographer is one of my guys that shoots for Sabby. So you see, we can open up the doors. It just depends if the other person's willing to work.
Do you feel like everybody is grateful? Like, I mean, because you put on a lot of us, right? Like, I mean, and is it a thing for you to, like, want to receive props back? You know?
I think in some way you'd want to say, like, yo, man, shout out to Switch for what he did. Even if it was back then, even if you found like an open, even youngster even on podcast and chill, you gave me my props. And I was like, yo, shout out, you know what I mean? You know, and I think in the long run you want to at least have that artist to say, like, yo, actually.
Oh, you did a lot.
You know what I mean? For any artist, for any person, like, I mean, a lot of kids go like, yo, Ricky, you understand?
Yeah.
And that's cool to give you that praise, but it also doesn't make our work sort of become obsolete, you know? So it doesn't feel like that we're doing this for nothing. Because there's many times, I mean, I can even tell the story with Slim, like the way we met up, you know, and then he moved to Joburg. And we're always exchanging a lot of keys and you know, a lot of ideas and a lot of things that will just make us to go forward, to become better.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes when you get onto to that level where you're hoping that if that artist blows up, like, I'm hoping that I can still do another song with Nasty or with, you know, and I've done it with Reason. When we did Switch, he was in his phase with Do It Like I Can.
Yeah.
He was at Motif at the
No
time.
sleep level.
Yeah, no sleep level. And even in that time, he was going through something because he just lost his boy at the time. And that's when he did No Sleep.
Yeah.
And, you know, that also was another bump up. But we then also, I could get him back onto a song.
Sure.
Yeah.
Questa, we had done a song with Cypher at the time. Shout out to Cypher because he put me on.
Yeah.
Right? So Cypher, as you know, he was on Generations
Yeah.
as Ajax. He put a lot of DJs on as well, helping them.
Yeah.
And we did a song with Questa called Kings of Tomorrow.
Actually.
Right?
Yeah.
And he had just left Bada Bing at the time.
Yeah.
Before he went on his solo career,
Yeah.
before he blew up to become Dakar as we know
Yeah.
him. Right? So for me, with getting that, if they see it in themselves to say, yo, let me give this guy props because he's still in the game doing it. And if anything, if you want to get onto this list or get onto this into this industry, go and speak to him if you got it.
Yeah.
You understand? Just like how Jay-Z goes to what's that white man that's always telling me
Rick Rubin.
Rick
Love him.
Everybody goes and sits
To
with
someone.
Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
You understand? And he's there to sit and say, and that's a white guy listen to hip hop music and giving you the best
No, but-
hip hop albums.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that.
Zala is.
Can I ask this, bro? There's something you said about Shane Eagle, and when he was making the music with you, he was in like not a good space. Now you just said, you just mentioned another artist now that was making music. Reason was in a dark place. Can I ask, how important is it when grieving to get into the studio, or when in a bad space to get into the studio?
Oh, man, it's happened.
And this
with-
is open floor, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's happened with Questa as well. When we did the first mixtape with Switch on it, with Casper Neves on it, with Black Les on it. That was my first mixtape.
Yeah,
Black Les, you all didn't even know then.
yeah.
We did a song with Black Les and Zeus called Kipati Amang. Right? We did a song, I did a song with Questa just after we did Kings of Tomorrow. We then went into the mixtape, and when we recorded, we did a song called 5 Minutes from Mars. That was very experimental.
Yeah.
And you know, when you get into there, and I've had it with GJ as well, and I'm like, yo, can we record? And you know, artists call it writer's block.
Okay.
You know, and it's like they feel like they can't really express themselves, but I feel it's such a powerful tool for you to even push harder. Because even like when I lost my mom just recently this year, you know, I went all out. I said I cannot stop.
Yeah.
Because the more I hold back,
Yeah.
I need to go forward because I feel like that's my fuel.
Yeah.
Because it was my fuel before.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should be my fuel after.
Yeah.
In actual fact, it should be like double, even more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it pushes you. It was like, you know, you wouldn't want to, because before you know, you're doing or you're destined to do this for somebody, whether it be your kid, whether your mom's, your dad, and you know, that's your driving force.
Yeah.
It's driving you, and then eventually, you know, when they do leave, you know, you like for me it was because I've been living with my mom all my life, and you know the roles then changed. She looked after me, and then eventually I had to look after her. And then I had to, and these guys know here at AMP, I was like, yo, I gotta bounce.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't understand why,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I gotta bounce, I gotta go home. But also, it's just because we had to do certain things. And then when you get to that level of, you know, of like, well, what am I actually doing this for? Because I could have easily said like, actually, I'm done now. I don't have to work. My person's left.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I can hang up my earphones. I can sit at home.
Yeah.
And I can just slumber. And I
Yeah.
can loaf.
Yeah.
And you'll never hear of Switch ever again.
Would you guys say it's like a process of healing? Is it a way of healing to be able to do that?
Absolutely, man. I want to like, if anything, I would be here all day, every day, but I gotta look after my dogs. So, so you know, and it's like, and there was a lot of, I mean, the guys here at AMP knew my frustration. I changed crews so much. There was fights in the studio, and it's only because there was so much frustration that would come, and I had to also control myself because it was a lot. You understand? But I still had to get a job done.
Yeah.
You understand? And when you get the job done eventually, all that frustration fighting don't matter no more because it's done. You understand? But it sets you up and builds you up for the next step.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be more challenging things coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
Regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
Right? So if someone is going through a bad patch, I mean, I've seen it so many times. I mean, even some of the artists that like you talk about Kitini, like, you know, he's stuck in a situation where he can't get out of his deal.
Yeah.
And you know,
Is he still there?
yeah, he's still there. And I
Why
mean,
isn't
that
he
guy,
asking us
that
for-
guy is such a that guy.
Yeah.
Yo, he's got yo. If we can just hear him properly. I mean, when I got him just at his breakout, and then he got signed. Because at the same time, I also had Ginger Trill that was on the remix, and they wanted to sign him,
Yeah.
and they were together, and they had parted ways. But also, there's, you know, it's either you can rise to your situation because it's always it's just temporary. It's never forever. But if you want to make it forever, it'll stay forever.
Yeah.
You gotta ride it. You gotta find a way around it.
I won't lie. Like grief is a drug.
Yo,
I don't know how much
Can you
long.
unpack that if you don't mind?
Yeah, I don't know how long it lasts for, but like grief sometimes can be the best thing that happens to you.
Okay.
I think you're able to really unplug, like from a very small socket and you kind of like tap into the power station.
Sure.
I recently lost somebody very close to me, and it's so crazy how nobody else like matters. Like I actually do not give a fuck no more. Like I'm in the fit speed. I'm not listening to anybody. I'm doing what I want to do, and it's almost as if I don't know if it's I have nothing to lose, or it's more like
It's more that.
it's more like
Yeah.
now it's me. And before, you're right, when it's like you're going home because you need to take care of some shit, and you know,
Yeah.
and then when it's no longer there and the WhatsApp messages are not coming in and the phone calls are not coming in and the video calls are not, and it's dead, it's almost as if you go into a place where you, I want to say replace, but you're just in overdrive in a good way.
Yeah.
How do you
And
not?
I-
How do you not lose yourself in that then?
Well, you in the beginning, if I might just jump in here. Like let's have example. I mean, I think that's why MT also said it. Like alcohol is a drug,
Yeah.
right? You know, it's even worse than smoking marijuana.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to sedate the feeling and the emotion.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I got caught up where I was just drinking. I was just drinking every day, like because it just felt like I could just sleep,
Shit.
you know.
Yeah.
So even though I would do the podcast, because even at the time when my mom passed and I was preparing, I was still shooting another show that I do on channel,
Yeah.
and I could only ask for the day off for the funeral, but the next day I went back.
To work.
I went back to work. I was like, nah. I was like,
That sounds so.
it sounds for some people, but like that's so.
Oh, it's
It's
gonna
so
catch. They always,
selfish.
because they always like, oh, it's gonna catch up with you. Like somebody said to me the other
Yeah,
day,
it
they were
will
like,
catch up.
oh, how are you? Like, I don't know if it's that, but I think I've received too many punches in this lifetime.
Yeah.
For that to hold me down. I know like it's a crazy thing, right? Because death is like the person is not coming back.
Yeah.
But a part of me also feel like I cry alone. I'm like one of
Yo,
those
man.
people. I cry alone.
That's the
you know,
best, bro.
You do
the
that shit
best.
alone. But
Yeah.
for some reason, with me, I don't think it's gonna catch up with me because I'm taking it the way it is. This is real life. If I sit down and I roll around in bed and I cry, people won't get fed.
Exactly.
Shit's not
100%.
gonna happen.
You gotta feed yourself, and like you
Yeah.
said, it can
Yeah.
either fuel you
Yeah.
to go do better, because now
Yeah.
it's like, now is it for me?
Yeah.
Is it my time now?
Yeah.
Because we as youngins, we're gonna get caught up in that situation.
Yeah.
Whether it be your brother, your sister, and it's either you're gonna have to take a new role,
Mm.
right? Because you'll have to play a new role and become that man or that woman
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
There's no book. There's no
Yeah.
like notification
Yeah.
to say, yo, tomorrow you gotta step up and put on your big panties. You know what I mean? Or you gotta put on their big boy pants.
Yeah.
You've gotta step up. And I think we all grieve differently.
Yeah.
For me, work inspires me, it rushes me, because we gotta feed somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I gotta feed myself.
Yeah.
Before, it didn't matter if I didn't eat or not. I had to feed my moms. You
Yeah.
understand? I had to make sure the rent is due,
Yeah.
the lights is on, the food is cold in the fridge.
Yeah.
And now it's like, yo, I gotta do that for myself. Like, I really gotta do that for myself now.
Yeah.
Before, it was never about me. Now it changes. Now it is about me. And just like at that point, you also come into a room and you actually don't give a fuck about nobody because you got nothing
Damn.
to lose.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You really, and you wanna go like you change. It's like, nah,
Nah.
I just prioritize myself.
I
Yeah.
just switched up.
Ooh.
You get me?
Can I ask you something?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so I understand that life will throw things at us, and life has a way of in our early 20s, mid 20s, maybe towards the late 20s, we work fine, things are okay, and then let's say we take a break, whether it be your hustle, employment, and then when it's time for you to get back, suddenly what has been working is not working anymore. And then you start realizing, okay, God, what's happening? It's taking too long. It's taking 2 years,
Yeah, it's
5
not your
years,
time,
6
man.
years.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, depending on your discernment levels and your listening skills, maybe for some, they'll hear God say, this time I just want you to do it with me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that explains why, even though you had changed nothing, you're wondering why nothing is happening, because my CV is looking good, right? And when I say CV, I'm talking holistically. I'm not talking in terms of
Yeah.
just employment.
Yeah.
Right. So now, and then you get your hustles on, making your guap, it's looking all good, and you're rising. Do you get to a point where you feel like, even though now you're doing you, and there is a good response, you take it a day at a time, and you're growing, but you get to a point where you feel like, but now it's no longer just about the money.
Yeah.
Because personally for me, I'll tell you, I really truly believe that no matter, even if you can be a billionaire, it gets to a point where that is not even enough for you. Life
Real?
is way more just about, at some point, trauma can make you get to a point where you stay at, I don't give a fuck about nobody, forever. To some degree, that's where God wanted you, to see that people are not real. But he doesn't want you also to just feel that way forever.
For sure.
Because at the end of the day, you need to just take it down a notch bit to say, okay, I now know better, they didn't.
Yeah.
How can I pass? You can't pass it on if that attitude remains forever. Can't also compromise making the money. That can't stop.
I think when you've got everything going, you're gonna find some. We're human, man. We're inquisitive. It's like, have you ever asked yourself, like, if I had all the money in the world, what would I do?
Yeah.
You first say I travel, number one, right? But even billionaires, they've done all that, and then what is and then you hear all these like whacked out stories of
Yes.
trafficking and all this shit, because now you
just
need
gets
to follow
darker.
the edge.
That's it.
It
just gets
And it's
darker.
like, and then you said something about discernment.
Yes.
A lot of people don't understand this. It's like a sixth sense. It's like like if you step in this room, you can already feel it. And like you said, if you got a relationship with God, and you step in, you're gonna know, like, this ain't working. You know when to step back and leave it. And then you gotta let it go. And you gotta say, yo, man, let God be. You get me?
Yeah.
Totally.
If you pray and if you believe, if you pray every day, if you don't know how to pray, just say Our Father and we clear.
And that is sufficient. It's a sufficient prayer.
It's a sufficient prayer. And when you
Yeah.
understand those words, when you start saying it line for line,
Yeah.
it's the shortest prayer, but when you understand line for line, you'll be saying that thing in your sleep every day when you
time,
wake
guys.
up. And that's what it is.
And it
So-
will move the mountain for you. It
yeah.
will. It
And
will.
the thing is, when you go, like, a lot of people's like, yo, but how long does it take?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, well, it depends on you, because as much as you're up there and you're not finding happiness, there's an L that you have to go fix at the bottom. And you got to go down and go fix it. Once you go all the way down and fix it, you see the next path up will be totally different. It's not going to be the same.
I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago. They were telling me how they went through something recently, and they were mad at God for that, right? But every day, for the
Okay,
past
then.
years,
Put us on
their
blast.
lives were fine. But this incident, they didn't understand. And they threw their toys, but why does he put me through that? Because I've been serving this way, right? At work and whatever. And then they said, and I've been praying and I've been doing ABCD the right way. I've been being an obedient child. Then I said, but before you never used to RTS. I had started and it was going well. Then I said, well, my understanding is, as human beings, if you are going to start the journey with him and you are now conscious of it and you are active about it, you are summoning a spirit to come and make it lighter and help you, right?
Yeah, you're not
Through your
alone.
hustle,
You're not
right?
alone.
So when you do that, you still want to take control. Those two don't work.
So there's a level of submission.
So,
you're saying.
so in other words,
100%.
she was fine, but now she only got it when I said it. I said you included a spirit.
that's
You
not me.
you
She must be
summoned
about me.
somebody. You summoned something else.
I thought that was about you.
Yeah.
No,
No, thank goodness.
but you know my work, how I
Yes.
work. So I
Yeah.
talk to a lot of people
Yeah.
about such
Yeah,
things. you know. And then it literally dawned on them. They're like, oh snap! And if I didn't go through this, I would have never been able to make the decisions I'm making today. And I was like,
Can I ask then, as to the group, how important is submission?
You must remember, at the end of the day, you're putting up, then you say, God, take the wheel.
It depends.
God, take the wheel. Because the thing is, there's certain things you can't fix. You don't have the power. You don't have
it's
like,
beyond
mental
you.
it's beyond you. So you have to let it go and say, yo, man, this is in God's hands.
Yeah.
Can't do it, yeah.
And then you know what the thing is, and you find out tomorrow, because you know what, we as humans, we stress too much about like the dumbest thing. We overthink, and it's like, are you stuck there? Now you're like, you know what, guys, if you say I leave it in God's hand, then you must walk away and you leave it, and so be it. Because if it's not meant for you, it's not meant for you. If it's meant for you, it's meant to be. So be it.
So it also depends also on, because you asked the question, but it's important to note what you are submitting to. Who or what?
Who you're submitting to.
Because
about
you
to
can
say,
submit to different
who you
things.
submitting to?
Maybe to even a God you think you're submitting to. You can go to a church and that person is not good. The person who's leading
Oh,
you,
yeah,
your
that's-
pastor, is not the
Man,
one.
you're on some other ish.
And next thing you're
Or
eating
they're-
rabbits
or they're robbing the
rats
church,
and
though.
stuff. And you're just innocent and you just want something, you're feeling something, but you're being misled because you went to the wrong place. It can happen.
But
Jimmy, the minute the wife has a better weave than me, I leave the church.
What? Yo, have you seen how they get paid? Those people get paid, man.
Honestly,
They get paid.
petty.
That's why, for me, not if you believe, you can believe in your own house. You can
Of
make your house
course.
your own temple. You can make your body your own
Yes.
temple. And sometimes that's just a better place. Because remember, even though we're going to a place of gathering, all of those people are coming with their energy.
For sure.
And you must remember the one guy, and even if the pastor's corrupt, he's feeding all those energies the same thing, and it could be negative. But then you also there sitting there absorbing it all because you believe, no, if all these people are here, even me, I'm here. So now I must believe that man because he claims. You understand? But anyway, let's leave the religion. You know what I mean? I thought you invited me here to talk about my shit.
Yeah. Can I ask this? Can I ask this? Out of religion now, out of that, right? Back to the hip hop chat.
Yeah, well,
right?
that's what I'm here for, right?
Can I ask, and this also goes to you, Gigi, actually, what do you guys feel like hip hop needs right now? Like right now, what is the solution to overcoming the slump, this dark place, this whatever the hell it is?
Going
A
on.
sex
Right?
tape.
Yeah?
A sex tape.
Oh, we got enough of those. Yeah, we got
Get
enough.
down,
I'm sure
boy.
you got your own too.
I think I'm bored.
I don't know,
I'm gonna
before we went on the air, I'm sure some people were, they were a little bit late. I'm not looking at anybody. Why are you looking at me? I got nobody to have sex with right now. Maybe some of y'all was throwing ones in the air, so 10 rounds. But
Yeah.
hip hop.
Yeah. What's the
Hip hop will,
solution, bro?
yo, we are 50 years in.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? This is what I've summed up in my opinion. That's my point of view.
Yeah. Talk to him, baby.
For me, it's like we in this slump, and it's only because of I feel it's all the deaths that's been hovering around the genre, how people have been taken out, how people are dying, and what we had in South Africa was not an American sort of hip hop tale, because what people see in the States is what we're experiencing now for the first time live with our big artists. And we've never had that. We've never had mental health being such a big thing, or depression, where our artists are taking their lives, not just big artists but young artists, for verification, for whatever, right? And that's it. And now we see it come into play, so people are sort of like, maybe that's not a good genre to go in. Apart from fuck your brother, bitch, whatever on the lyrics.
Yeah.
Now it's a fear thing. It's
Yeah.
like, if my son does this, then I don't want
It
to
could end up.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
if you look at piano, it's happy, people are succeeding, they're making money, they're balling out. But if you look at hip hop, it's like, it's a dark space.
Yeah.
Because show me because piano is more love.
Yeah.
and
Afro
party.
beats, same
Afro
thing.
beats.
Same
But
thing. That's the
there's
theme.
no substance. There's no this is a real life story.
Yeah, that left with Mpura, to be honest.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it's
I
those kind of
agree.
things. So I think that's what's happening is this cloud, and people and that's what's sort of keeping the genre back from flourishing. Even though some guys are making waves, it's still difficult to punch through, the wall, because everyone's got this perception like, oh man, if you walk into hip hop right now, you might not make it out for real. You know what I mean? You might get a bullet to your head, or you're gonna end up sacrificing yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to knowledge itself is the ultimate element of the 5 elements of hip hop. And it's to know why you're doing this thing. And that's why even myself, I could have given up after my mom passed and said, I'm done now.
Yeah.
But because I love this thing so much, even though I'm broke, I love it. I love it. It's just something inside of me that won't give up.
Yeah.
And the more you keep doing it, the more you find out about yourself. And I always ask myself, where would I be if I didn't fall into hip hop? where would I be? Have you ever asked yourself?
Yeah, my life would be boring.
That's what I say. I'm like, yo, shit, I
I
would have
don't
been
think so.
a Majita or Skotane or whatever, you know what I mean? Or young other Pansula vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have been a Majimbos because that would be the cool thing, right?
Machimbos.
Yeah, they're laughing because they don't hear that word no more. But you understand? You might be in the mang. I mean, us slum in Cape Town, how the kids end up in the wrong way.
Yeah.
I could have been doing drugs because I would just see my friends doing drugs. I would just try it, smoke a pipe, not a hookah pipe, a fucking mandrax pipe,
Yo,
bottleneck.
a mandrax pipe.
Yeah.
You don't hear about those drugs because they're
That
not
sounds
there
so
anymore.
scary.
Yeah.
But that's real.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I've been, my mom's taken us to places we'd never thought we'd always be, but we became street smart. We became more wise than anything else. Hip hop was just to say, bro, you could use this, you can take, like, on paper, I'm a graphic designer, right? I've got a diploma, you know, but I've used that to harness my the fun,
Yeah.
right? My fun employment.
Yeah.
I've used that because, you know, it's putting me in a league where I can feed myself. I can walk into a boardroom and ask for $1 million without putting on a suit or
Yeah.
facade.
Yes.
I can just say, yo, that's what I know, and that's how I know it,
Yeah.
That's it.
right?
Yeah.
And they can say, well, okay, well, we know who you are, but I also put in the sacrifice. Yo, we did YOTV for free for the first year,
Wow.
every weekend. Like, you see how
free.
you're looking right now, coming from the club and stuff?
Yeah.
Yo, we be coming from the club.
Comrade, we're not from the club. Please now.
While you drinking some blue drink, I don't know what's in there, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know who drink. I'm just saying. We looking kind of good here, but you drinking some other thing, you know what I mean?
It's for my electrolyte.
There we go. There we
For
go.
electrolytes.
Electrolytes, shop. Electrolytes.
I don't know if they got electrolytes in that brand, but anyway. You know, the cricket team, they need that, but I'm just saying. You know, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
we would do that show every weekend,
Yeah.
right? And we'd be up, we would either be coming from the club, right? Straight to set, and we'd be just sitting there, bro. Like, we just came from a party, it's like, yo, we've got a party for the kids now. And we jump on, and everyone look at me like, yo, these guys are amazing.
Rockstars.
Can't you like, yo, we Barbie as fuck. And we're spinning on our heads, we're playing music. It's like, yo, man, this shit's just like continuing. The fucked up thing is when we'd go home and then sleep and we'd wake up and think like, oh shit, I missed the show. And then you check the time like, oh, nah. I did that this morning already.
Can I tell
Yo,
you
that's
something
wild though.
Can I tell you something funny? Actually, you know, like POVXGIGI.
Oh, you said a little?
I won a bag as a
Yeah,
child.
we gave away a lot of shit.
Like honestly, and like you guys, I forgot what it was about, but like thank you for giving me the bag. Because it was you were like they made you read something like that.
Yeah, man. Yo, we give away.
Shout
yo.
out, and now we're here. Thank you for the bag. It was a thank you.
That sounds like
Po. It was a Po
Yeah, we never
bag.
did Teletubbies.
No, there was a Po
love
bag. Y'all
Teletubbies.
give me a Po bag.
Well, I don't know. That was my show.
They gave me a Po bag.
Oh,
Well, they're both. All of them are
No,
hoes.
it's Po-
You know? What? The Teletubbies are hoes.
No, they're not. What do you mean?
Come on, bro.
Why are you guys saying
How
that
did it
Teletubbies
go
are
there?
hoes?
But anyway, we were talking about the show, right?
Sorry.
And that show was fire. But I mean, also it's like, you know, we sacrificed a lot for the first year. We didn't get paid. And if you look today, a lot of people are chasing the bag. You understand? Imagine if Mbali, if they on the show, if someone in the comments, right, says, yo, we want Mbali to endorse, you're gonna be like, yo, how much?
Speaking for the 2Ks.
Not to say like, yo, this could be a great opportunity to open up your career as an influencer or to work with brands. Some people just be like, yo, what's the bag looking like first?
Thanks.
You understand? Because I'm already sitting with Gigi. I'm already sitting with Slim. You know, I'm already sitting. Sorry, I don't get your name.
Zah.
There we go, Zah. You know, for the Zaz. You know what I mean? You know, for the Zaz, for the Chankuras. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I got that from my kid the other day. Like, yo, we're doing this for the Zah. I'm like, huh? Oh, you're right. Our currency shit. And it's like, a lot of people want to get into this industry because it looks easy. Makata said it.
Yeah.
We make it look too easy.
Yeah.
How many DJs you know? You're shaking their ass all over the place now.
Hey, and they're not doing that true thing. That
But-
thing.
but yo, they're
are
shaking
running
this.
into
Yeah,
it.
they're now DJ Frankie.
Yeah, now it's the duo game. I'm watching
they're
the
joking.
duo game.
Hey, kuno DJ abashodayo, man, sesibudlana.
Bro, I saw Tulipongo and this other girl. They're doing something.
Slender the DJ.
Yeah, is that what they're called, right?
Yeah. No, they're called Two-Faced.
But it's like now
Hectic.
they got trying to do this choreographed thing, but they fucking out. So I'm just like, hey, you better wear helmets in case y'all knock each other out. You know what I mean? Now, that was one of my comments for real. Because of
I
the,
actually like what you're doing.
but it's uncoordinated. But my question is, right? Okay, let me ask you, for everybody,
Get better, yeah.
for everybody on your phone, your tablet, on your computer screen, on your whatever 100-inch, like, is it a thing to see piano artists or piano DJs dance
Yeah.
as opposed to just playing the music?
Hey, you know what? Uncle Waffles is fucking it up on some
No,
other
Leo,
level.
let's leave because
Can
she's
you ask
Because
Can
she's
you ask
the
originator.
blueprint.
Let me-
She's
can
the
I ask-
blueprint. Yeah,
Yeah, can you ask the
Yo,
question again?
Yo,
Let me
leave
get
waffles out of this.
ask the question again. What was the question?
But she's part of it.
No, she's the originator. You can't mess with the
No,
fire
Waffles,
starter.
Waffles is, yo, she's
And
amazing.
you can't mess with her. She got 3,000. You know,
She's amazing.
you can't mess with her because Drake put her on. Shout out to Tyler as well. Drake also
Yo,
up in the
Tyler
game.
right
and
now.
she's sexy as fuck. Is she
We're gonna
bi?
get to Drake.
She's bi.
I want to
Who,
understand
Tyler?
his
No,
hairstyle, please.
Waffles.
Yeah,
She
Waffles
bi?
is bi.
She's got
Ooh,
some
she
bi
can
thing
get
going
it.
Who's this?
I don't know.
Day, every
No.
day.
No,
Uncle
Waffles.
I born
Sia?
all these women, guys.
Sia?
All of them.
Yeah, Sia.
All
Yes,
of them.
Yo, I'm with Sia, man.
What?
I don't think for me.
No, Uncle
Nah,
Waffles
see,
can get
house
it.
waffle.
Uncle
you do?
Waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can sit on your face, Chummy. Yes,
Nah.
I agree. She
Oh,
can
yeah,
sit on mine
really?
too.
Nah, I don't rate.
You don't rate
I
her.
don't rate.
Switch, man.
No ways.
She's good. She got hits and shit.
Is it
Yo,
the Swati thing?
She's wrecking.
Is it the Swati thing?
No, I don't give a fuck, man.
Nice buddy.
Yo, man, yo, listen, yo, Kenya
I
open up
love
their
Uncle
borders for us. Kenya open their border. As Swaziland, we gotta open their border for us. You know what I mean? They don't gotta use no damn visa, so we good. Uganda's up in there, but they don't like LGBTQ. You know what I mean? But yo, they're opening up the border saying Africa's becoming one nation.
Yeah.
They like dropping the visas.
Visa free.
Yeah.
We're becoming visa free in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
We're
out to
getting
Kenya.
there.
Yeah.
I know. Shout out to
Uganda.
Burkina Faso. That president, the young one. That bro who's like military. You know, he
Yo,
wrote
that
up
guy.
the death
How
was
young
with-
is he?
He's 35.
He's young.
You can't get him.
He's
You know what I'm
young.
saying?
What you mean?
He's a president,
Is he married? Is he married? What's his name?
and he got a fucking soldier suit and shit.
Listen, he's the one. Jimmy, if I like Kim Jong-un, of
He's
course
got at least got an R1
president.
rifle next to his bed.
Love
So
it.
if you cheat on him,
I love a dangerous man.
you're not gonna shoot. You're gonna cut your hands off. Then you're gonna cut your head off.
We love a dangerous
I
man.
love a dangerous
you
man.
do?
Ibrahim
I've seen your
Traore.
man.
Ibrahim Traore.
Trabule.
Weren't you scared on set
Trabule.
that day?
Yo,
I brought gangsters in
Yo.
Christian Dior.
they came with the whole game.
Huh?
That's why Gucci closing in South Africa.
Cause they bought all the shit. You fucked up.
Yo, Gigi, yo guys,
Charlie.
Gigi don't mess around, yo.
I move with shooters.
Yo, she moved, dog. You be scared. I'll be like, yo, you don't like this. Shit. It's just a music video, dog. We ain't doing nothing, man. You performing on
It's a
me.
safe space.
Yeah, it's a safe space, dog. Come on. I'll put your food and
You should have
everything.
seen me at Back to the City.
How was Back to the City? I know you haven't seen
Yo.
it. How was Back to the City?
I was the best performer there.
Chisa.
Yo,
Beatrice.
What you think?
yo, listen. I didn't see shit.
Fuck
I was
off.
working.
Fuck off, bro.
I was fucking working Back to the City, bro. I've never seen that side of a festival in my life,
Yeah.
right? I don't know why they put
How was
me
the
off.
festival itself?
Yo, man, I think what they're doing is they're taking a new direction.
Okay.
I sat in all their meetings. I was working on the festival as an artist,
Okay.
right? I was working on it. So normally, as DJs, we just get 10 minutes. We get our guap and we're out.
Yeah.
This was a different thing. Like from planning from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
A lot of all the complaints that I see, I understand better now.
Because you're on the other side.
Cause I'm on the other side,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and yo, that shit ain't easy. And that shit been running for 17 years. It's one of the longest festivals running. Right? That's an OG festival. You gotta
Of
put
course.
respect on that
Yeah.
fucking name. bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because of the guy who initiated Osmic. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've known him before he even started it. I've known him that long. He used to be a breaker. He done everything.
Yeah.
Graffiti.
Graffiti.
Yeah.
That was his passion.
Yeah.
Was graffitiing, and then he went into beat making. Then he was a rapper. Nice,
It's
nice
a hip-hop
DJ.
art. It's a
What was
hip-hop
his name?
awards.
Kana as a rapper.
I can't remember, but
Osmic
now
used
he's
to rap.
Osmic
Yeah,
What?
Here's the thing about hip hop, man. You try everything, and then you will see. Actually, me, I can't rap.
Yeah.
Let me just stick to this one. I
Right,
know this
yeah,
one. I've done it
yeah.
too. I rapped in church. I'm part of this crew called the GOD Squad. Yo, praise the Lord, baby. Hey, man.
Yo, this man sounds dope.
Praise the
sounds all
Lord,
right.
baby.
Yeah, that's Hondo.
And then we're rapping on Busta Rhymes, Put Your Hands on My Ass, Could See with Janet Jackson. So we're in there, we're finessing the track. We're like, yo. And it was like, yo. You know when you're youth, like, you want to be the guy, Yo, you want to be the go-to. Everyone want to see you, like, oh, we out there with GOD squad. Yo, we out there, you're like, yo, that's right, we're with the GOD squad. Yo, we're doing everything, And then also, then I realized, like, yo, I actually love this shit.
Yeah.
Before I started DJing, right, I wanted to try and do a mix, right? So I took I had this Walkman, a CD Walkman.
Yeah.
I don't know, some of y'all don't know that shit. But
Bailey, do you know that
Yes,
thing?
I do.
yeah, oh, that's your,
I'm
yeah,
asking
that's
for
before
the
your
2Ks.
time. No, that for real is before your time.
Yes, it was.
Right, like a CD, like it's actually a CD Walkman, like it's portable.
It's
You
big.
can put it on your
I know,
side,
guys. Come
And you play.
on.
and you can put your headphones on, but not with Bluetooth. It's got a cable.
Show
And
her
everything.
a picture. Show her a
So-
picture.
So wait, but you can't scratch the CD. That CD would scratch on its own because that CD would just be messed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would get a chip, because you played it too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now, and then you lick it down, and you just,
Yeah.
that's how DJs used to do it too.
Yeah.
Right? So I would. So one day I'm sitting in front of this like hi-fi system. I'm like, man, I wonder if I can mix two songs together.
Yeah.
So I take this one, so I play my CD player. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I was experimenting.
Yeah.
Like boys
Yeah.
when I break shit and find out what's happening inside
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't know what happened. Go, you on your phone. What's going on with you, man? I'm telling a story out here.
It's a 2K thing.
Yeah.
It's a 2K thing.
Just here with the times,
No, their vaccinations are different. They can hear and
You know what-
see and
you know-
touch.
Carry on.
Then so now, do you know what a tape is?
Yes.
Cassette tape.
Yes, tape. The one that is a rectangle.
No, it's too small. The one you're
Yeah,
making.
what you make is
Rectangle
way
square.
too
Too
small.
small.
Okay.
No, it's not that. That's a VHS. That's a video.
Guys,
Yeah,
come
that's like a
on.
VHS.
VHS,
So I'm
that
like,
one.
yo,
It's a rectangle square.
It's
That means shape.
rectangle square.
Shape. Rectangle shape.
I wish I brought my chain because I'm a mixtape king, so you can see what it looks like. And you have like a side A and side B.
You know that one? Yeah, man, you can't do anything. You can even put a pen in it.
Yeah, and then when you want to rewind, you fuck up my pencil.
Oh,
and then
guys, I
wait.
need to do this.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
It's flat.
Switch.
So right, so but like I'm explaining, right? So I'm trying to mix two songs together.
Yeah.
So I had my CD player, my portable one.
Okay.
And then I had the tape deck.
Let's go.
So now I'm like, yo, I'm trying to like my mom and my brother know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just like, yo, I gotta make these songs mix, but I didn't even know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I understood like, yo, somehow these songs have to mix in sync. You
Yeah.
understand? And then that got me fascinated. That was in my high school time. And then eventually, I got to meet up with when I started my breakdance career. I met up with C Live, and then we formed this crew called Static B Boys. And then Vox came from Cape Town. Then we formed another bigger crew called 021 Static B Boys. And then we started infiltrating big corporates, like getting endorsements like Puma. Like, yo, I was sponsored by Puma before Puma knew Puma.
Hey, boy, talk to him. Come on now.
And it's like people talk like, yo, you got it, people got endorsements today. I'm like, yo, nigga, I had endorsements.
No, but y'all had
Come on
endorsements
now.
for real though. Y'all had
Butang,
endorsements for
talk
days.
to him now.
Yo,
Yeah.
shout out to Butang, local.
Talk to him
Talk
now.
your shit.
Now we're the local
Talk your shit, baby.
So I mean, like we had PlayStation. We were getting PlayStations for free.
Talk to him.
Like PSP.
Let's go.
And then we did we went to X Games in
Yes, sir.
Dubai.
Ooh.
We've done we've done crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like if we had social media, YOTV.
Yeah.
Nigga, influence of the year,
I
mama.
got a question.
Influence of
I got
the
a
year.
I'm like,
question.
yo, we live right now and everything. 5 million followers.
Yeah.
More than you. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Yo.
I got a question for both of you guys,
That's
actually.
impressive.
How
I don't
important-
got that now. I know you got a million, but if back then,
No, Jimmy.
when the
Prince,
cassette time,
yeah.
would have had
Also,
it.
the energy drink. Weren't you with the energy drink?
Yo,
Yeah.
yo.
You did a
Oh,
lot.
they were here, but yo, we introduced a lot of shit to people because of this fear. Like, even up until today, the biggest line for my quotables, and I think for a lot of hip hop artists, like, I never knew hip hop would take it this far,
Ish.
right?
Hey.
And then we have the Jay-Z one, which is, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These two lines
Yeah.
is phenomenal for what the genre has done for everybody.
Right?
right?
I just got 2 questions.
Yeah. Don't forget it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's like what we did back then with our Vogues, Versatile, Shorty, Chopsticks, and myself. Like we were just people for people to see hip hop raw like that on TV was like yo. Yes, we had Jam Alley, we had Studio. What's like
Studio 101.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. But for us to be breakdancing on TV on a kids show, like when we thought like, yo, we gotta do a show in the morning at 6 a.m.
Big breakfast.
Yo, that's prime time.
Yeah.
I left the show because I saw MTV coming and I was like, hey man.
Guys, Mara, do you understand? I'm sitting next to DJ Switch. Like, I used to watch him on a Big Breakfast.
Yo, don't worry, corporate will come to me like, I'm like, yo, you working now. Give me a check. Nigga, I'm gonna be OG on it. Give me a check.
Oh my God.
Right? So I mean, like, we didn't know the power.
Yeah.
But when I saw MTV coming in, I was like, yo, you can afford Compact now.
No.
I was like, yo, I gotta be out, man. I dipped, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I think my time is out.
Yeah.
I had enough time. I got enough screen time.
Yeah.
I was in your
Oh,
face.
love.
Bro, I didn't know how to
Yeah,
present.
for days.
I didn't know how to present. I learned how to present from like hosting my b-boy competitions. And they said, yo, do you want to present? I'm like, shit, why not? Let's go.
Yeah.
Even Akumzi,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Akumzi used to be like a guest every week on the show. That guy would call and just show up at the show. And he'd do the call account. And then he became a presenter and then he started producing the show.
Crazy.
Oh.
Crazy.
Right? That's shit that people
Elevation.
don't
He was
know.
good at
Yeah.
producing, right?
Ew.
And he produced a lot of shows for Urban Brew.
Yes.
And the thing is, people don't know, like, if you want to do this thing, you got to sacrifice some time.
Yeah.
His key inside was showing up for a show that he didn't know they wanted to be on. Just a passion, just a love, just to be there every day, sitting outside the studio. Just like you would hear how Big Sean would stand outside to listen to Kanye, or J. Cole trying to get the attention of whoever, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Those are the things that we don't see today. And that's why these thumbnail artists, yo, stop with that shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't work anymore because you're not extending yourself beyond your little room and the internet
Totally.
that you don't pay for. The mother pays for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Talk your shit.
Truth.
baby.
It's the
Talk your
truth,
shit.
though.
They don't, and that's dope that you're not buying, sneakers. You're buying a laptop. You're buying a MIDI board, and you're buying, you're getting a setup at home like a studio, home studio. But there's more to this thing. If you can't be an artist, then be the business person behind the artist.
Yes, sir.
Right? If you're great at
Yes.
managing, like there's certain skills in this whole thing.
100%.
She'll tell you the whole story of how many people will go through to get a dream team that, you must remember, if it's for the artist, they gotta invest in her vision, right? Because if they invest in her vision, everybody else gets paid.
Yes.
They gotta make it easy for her and for myself. And if you sit down with your team and say, this is the vision, and they say, I see it, but some niggas gonna sit in the back and be like, yo man, we're just making Switch too nice before us. Because we also want to go, it's like, yo, well, there's two different things you gotta look at, because what you're in it for, what I'm in it for, is two different things. Especially like if you're a vet, and I'm saying like, Mbali, come, let's go. I'm gonna take you on the road, but I'm gonna show you the ropes. But I cannot pay you for a year. And you're gonna say, for a year?
Yeah.
But you'll be at all the spots. You'll be drinking for free.
Yeah.
You're gonna do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And then maybe you might meet or you find your position in the team as to what you're actually strong in doing. And that's why I know for everybody at home, like a lot of people want to be in this entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Yo, go get a job.
That's it. That's
Go
it.
study. Go study
And
and get a job,
That's
and then
it.
decide how you can plug yourself
That's
in
it.
the industries that you want to be in.
Yeah.
If you want to be seen, shit, you setting up a death trap for yourself.
That's my point of view.